So for instance, you teach somebody that there are 360 degrees in a circle, or that the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. And all of that sounds like gobbledygook to somebody who doesn't do that all the time, because it's completely abstract. And they feel like, I don't know math. They come in and they think, oh, I don't know math. I never get that stuff, which is about degrees. Why are there 360 degrees? If you start with things that they actually feel in their bodies and then move towards the abstraction, they'll own the abstraction by the time you get it to them. So figure out how it connects. Let's talk about angles. If you imagine somebody's body, they've got angles in their body all the time. Everybody's had the experience of, say, holding their arm out. And that's a 90-degree angle right there. So people have experiences with angles right in their bodies. There's another 90-degree angle. There's a 180-degree angle. So you assume that people have some experience, but they might not know what to call it. Try to figure out how it connects to their bodies. Okay, that's the intuitive level. That's the level that you come into math with. Everybody has some intuition about mathematical concepts. But then you've got to make that explicit with people. And one of the ways you do that is by making something concrete and actually talking about it a little bit more like it's math. So for instance, you have somebody, hold their arm up like this, and you say, okay, tell me how that's different than, say, that. And they'll say, well, it's harder to hold it up when it's like this, when it's more straight out. And say, okay, tell me about what's different about it. Well, your elbow is open a little more. Okay, your elbow's open a little more. Well, we have some terms to talk about how open your elbow is. See, we can use some terms to talk about that, and one of the terms we'll use is we'll say there's an angle there, and we can name that angle. We can say that that angle is a certain number of degrees. And so there's a little bit of terminology that you're introducing when you're talking about this concrete level of mathematics learning. You're just introducing the idea that, okay, more degrees is wider open, fewer degrees is more closed. And you can say, well, which one do you think has more degrees, that one or that one? And pretty easy to see. And you have people doing this with their bodies. It's not just them watching me do it. They actually do it within their bodies, because, see, neurobiologically what's happening when they do that is they are laying down these pathways that associate a physical sensation with this information, these words, this vocabulary, this idea. So it's not just, oh, degrees, angle, an angle is, a right angle is 90 degrees, but in their brain there's also something that's happening at a kinetic level, or a kinesthetic level if you talk about somebody's body, and that is going to be a stronger memory.